Hello everyone, welcome back to my jbird, and this is game 6 of Battle of the Boxes. I'm in white, and this is called jbird, knight's bird, into the queen and king, double reverse, knight bird, inside out, center fianchetto, knight's queen, rook knight castle, to bot 1800. No assistance, no arrows, no memorization. I put together this masterpiece, and it's really cool. Let me get down to it. Let's see how it starts here. E3, F5, D3, E6, H3, H4. And this is your typical bot coming down right away to threaten. After H4, A3, E7, E2, G5, and there's that move again. G3, you got to pay attention. And that's what I've explained to you before. You got to keep your eyes open, your insights. After G3, C6, D2. And there's your jbird since 1977. After D2, F6, C3, E5, D2. And there's your knight's bird. But it goes into one more step. Instead of the two knights up here, it's a knight's bird reversed. After D2, D5, I push D4, and there's, like I say, I didn't use no arrows in this game. After D4, D4 takes, D4 takes, D4 takes, and I go F3, and right there it is. That's your jbird's knight's bird into the queen and king double reverse knight's bird inside out center fianchetto. Normally the two bishops would be here and the knights up here, but look, your knight's bird is knight and bishop side by side, and here knight and bishop side by side, knight and bishop side by side here, and it's a double reverse. One bishop's here and the knight's here, bishop's here, the knight's down here, and this is awesome. So this is another new name to this this look here. After F3, C5, I go B5 check, D7, I take D7 check, takes D7, takes D4, takes D4, E2, and there's your knight's queen. That's your typical knight's queen right here, which you've seen before in some of my games. After E2, C8, I castle, and there's your rook knight castle right there. The knight over the rook. If it be a bishop, it'd be a rook bishop castle. It'd be the queen. It'd be the rook crown castle, or the king crown castle. Sometimes it just depends where the queen is when you're castling, or the knight, or any of the pieces. We go into H6, D3, F4, and what's amazing about this is I do this 6 moves less than the last one. After F4, and then use no or memorization. I just played the game and opened up my opening and did what I had to do. After F4, D4 takes, B8, F1. See, and when I came here, if he would have take, and already I got the lane open. See, when your insights are going good, they're going good. You just keep watching, and you take care of things. After F1, C5, B3, D6, B5, takes G3, takes G3, G5 check, B1, G3 takes, D5 takes, takes D5, and D5 takes. I'm positive at this point I want to trade everything down. Where are we at in pieces? Rook, rook. We're even in pieces, but he's up a pawn, but look at his position. Huh? And check this out. After D5 takes, it's a G6, I go D7, A6, D4, A7, C5. He goes F8. I take, check, B7, A8, take, check, F8, F8 takes, I take H7, F5, C6 check. And see, you just look, you don't rush it, don't blunder, every move, you gotta watch and look and see if you can do it. And that's what I've done on this game. But this game still ain't easy. But you can do it. You can do it. With no assistance or hours or nothing. Or memorization. I like to memorize this one. No. We're not doing it. I mean, you can. If I wanted to go up taking a higher yellow and then try to keep doing it, play game after game and work, I don't want to work that way no more. I want to use the arrows now, learn, play the game, and then shut the arrows off and go back at it again until I get it. That's the way I want to play. No more is this memorization. After C6, he goes B8. I take A6. He goes E3. I take B8. Check F1. A2. A1, and once I saw it, I says, he's going crazy. Well, he can't take nothing. He can't do nothing. Well, he could have sacrificed, but then I guess he still couldn't do nothing anyway. So, check A1, take A1, C2, check, A2, B4, take B4, G5, and there's game. I had him pinned down. But what I didn't understand, still, even though I had him pinned, he didn't go the other way. He just came down here and just operated like this. Okay, that's 40 moves. The last game was 46 moves. And I didn't use no arrows in this one. Let's look at this. Huh. I mean, I just had to play the game. All right, let's do this. All right. He goes, all right. I didn't see nothing now when he moved there. You see, it's easy to quick make a move and then blunder a piece. And you know how many games, I did a lot of games like that before this game. I just kept pushing my piece thinking, okay, there's no problem. And then you just blunder a piece and then that's it. No good. And this is becoming standard now, playing these bots. It always wants to come after this pawn all the time. Game goes on. I threaten, and that was another thing. Putting more pressure on all the time, because every time I tried to do something, it always kept pressuring me and pushing me around. So this is I kind of remember what was going on here. So when I started playing, to do my opening, but still be aggressive at the same time while I'm doing it. And then I go on my Knight's Bird. See, I had my Jaybird, now I want my Knight's Bird. But still keep the aggressive, keep the tension. And that's what I needed to do, is work on my opening, but still at the same time keep the tension. Now, I pushed up here. I'd rather push than him push, because if I take it, opens this lane up. Now, I'd rather push. And then we trade our pieces either way. It goes down this way. I decided to push this up. He takes. I take. He takes. What do I do after this? I brought the other knight up. I didn't want to take it. Then his queen would sit here. And look. Look at that. See, it was simple math. I would have left this pawn open. He would have been here. You know what I mean? I can't move this knight here, here. Then I can't even go here. I got to move to defend. It's just, this ain't cool. Then he's got his queen sitting here trying to defend everything. So I didn't let that happen. I pushed up this other piece. And that's what you got to start learning. Always keep the tension. Like, now he's bringing it back. don't feed him back the tension again for him. The game goes on. Check. Bring the tension. I take check. Get rid of the piece. Oh, and it gets tempo too now. Now he moves his king out of the way. He loses tempo. And then a castle. Look at that. Excellent. Game goes on. I make my moves. Yep, I want to trade. I can read this better. And his rook is done. His rook back here is helpless. No good. I see my opportunity. Bring the knight up. Do that. Maybe he could have put his rook here, but then what's he going to do? Then his rook is just sitting there. So I threw the check first. He come to threaten me. But I threw the check first. Now I come down to take. Then I take another piece. I got an exit here. No big deal. And you got to make sure of that. That's why in the beginning, it's always healthy to have this corner pawn up. That's why. So you don't worry about it near the end. It's already ready to go. That's deep. My openings are deep. And what you'll see, some of these bots or high ELOs, and my opening, and I'll explain more about how deep the opening can really be. Knight's bird is pretty deep. Game goes on. Where was I? I could have took, but I didn't. I went this way. I see a check. I'm trying to put the pressure on here. I can steal a knight, do all kinds of things here. Where's he go? He goes back. I took a pawn. See, I could have just went there. Instead, I could take a pawn. Now I got two pieces on one. What does he do? Now I take it. He goes. I go. He goes. It's over right then and there. And there you have it. That's game. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We're going to have more of the Battle of the Boxes coming your way.